right, people. We've been talking about a little healthcare today. Uh, Speaking of healthcare, uh, man, when you get older and stuff, you don't have any health insurance. Your ass is fucked.
That's the truth.
Your ass is screwed, people. I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm telling you, you are fucked. You ain't got no health insurance. So these 20 or 30 million people you see who get ready to lose their goddamn health care, they better look out. Shit. This shit is dangerous, man. These people don't give a shit. They keep telling them, well, y'all let us go through this continuing resolution, sign this shit because it don't coming into effect until January. but open season is in what's the day? 12, 3 days. 15th is open season. They can go out, get their insurance and everything like that. But most of these people already, 20 something, 20 or 30 million people already got letters already that told them that they motherfuckers shit. Some of these motherfucking insurance them quadruple. And they playing games.
They messing with people's
Quadruple.
lives, bro.
They got letters already telling them this is what your insurance gonna be January the 1st. That's how much you got to pay. They already trying to can't hardly afford it. That motherfucker say, fuck y'all, we don't give a shit. We'll negotiate that shit. Y'all go ahead and run this budget on through and everything, and we will negotiate it. Like they're gonna do something in the fucking 2 goddamn months. You better hold these bitches hostage right now and everything so they can get something done. Healthcare, people. Healthcare. Now just imagine before everybody talking this shit about Obamacare. We said about this yesterday, but we're going to make sure that everybody out there in the audience understand what the hell has happened here. Before Obama came, if you had a pre-existing condition before you got your insurance, your health insurance, and you had a problem with it after that, the insurance company could deny your claim. You had a heart problem and stuff after you got your insurance, you screwed. You got to pay your own shit. Obama said they can't use pre-existing conditions. You got to keep your health coverage. Then, before that, everybody who had health coverage who were working, when their children reached 18 years old, they kicked their damn ass off their insurance. But guess what Obama did? He negotiated and told them and said, till your child get 26 years old, they can stay on your damn health plan. So that means that my child graduate out of high school at 18 years old, he can go off to college. He or she can go off to college. They'll be covered until they get 26 years old. That means that they can graduate out of college, get their own job, get their own health coverage and stuff before they get thrown off a mine.
That's a good thing, bro.
That's a damn good thing. But these bitches out there, these fucking dog ass fucking Republicans and shit, you trying to get rid of that shit. They don't want you to have it. Because these motherfucking insurance
Plus,
companies are paying.
with that ACA, I think they were guaranteed a free physical, and a lot of these women had all these issues with the getting their breasts checked, and as far as their surgical things, like things below the belt,
Hmm.
checked for free.
Yes,
It was
sir.
just an automatic check.
That's it.
Pap smears and all kind of stuff that was free. Same thing with men. It wasn't no charge. You just come in there and then they do the test.
They give you you can go to your doctor and get a physical every year. Those are some of the things that he negotiated for that these dog ass people out there keep telling you all, damn Obamacare, it's Obamacare, you don't need it. Some of these fools out there carrying on, yeah, it's Obamacare, we don't need that shit. Take them away. Now, people, I didn't. understand this and stuff. Really, I had heard it and I saw it, but I didn't understand the implications of it until today. I knew what was going on, but it didn't ring a bell in my head. They had a interview with my senator, Raphael Warnock. Warnock, on his website, for all of the constituents here in Georgia who want to know what the hell going on about why they going out on this shutdown, he explained it to them. Matter of fact, he had a chart set up there for almost every one of these healthcare exchanges and stuff and everything, what they were paying in 2025 and what they will be paying in 2026. Each and every one of those exchanges that give them their health coverage. Guess what, people, that I didn't realize? There were 26 states here, most of them in the South, that didn't take the Medicaid.
That's right. That's what
They
I was saying
didn't take
yesterday.
the Medicaid. So what has happened and stuff now, people, for you dumb son of guns here in the South, your premium is going to quadruple. But the people in the blue states who took the Medicaid stuff and everything, theirs is only going to double.
And that's why the Republicans say that it ain't worth it. ACA ain't worth it. Because those states didn't take the Medicaid.
Didn't take the Medicaid.
That's
You
why your
dumb,
premiums are so high as it is.
you dumb son of guns down here in the South. And you son of a guns are still sitting around there believing these folks and stuff and said, well, don't worry about it. We're going to help you out.
Well, Kentucky, that Democratic Kentucky governor, when he was in office,
He got it for his people.
he got it for his people. And he said he had thousands of people who had never had insurance.
Got it. Them people up there, them Kentucky hills, in them coal mining areas and stuff that didn't have no goddamn teeth can get teeth now and chew their food with their real teeth. They ain't gonna rot out no more. Plus, they have clinics. They have hospitals and stuff up there in them daggone mountains that they would not have had if they had not have accepted the Obamacare. So right now, after the governor got term limited, this Republican got in and said, I'm gonna cancel this shit and get this stuff out of here. There was such an uproar in them goddamn hills. That man didn't say another damn word. They kept the Affordable Care Act, buddy, there in Kentucky. And then after his first term, the old boy who was a Democrat ran again and won. People, you guys don't realize what this shutdown is doing for you. These people, the folks out there, they need to stand strong and stuff and everything. Keep it, man, because this is horrible here. This is horrible. Anyway, that's what we were talking about before you guys came on the show. And I gave some personal health stuff that's going on to Mr. Harvey here that I'm not going to repeat because most of you people probably don't want to know about it. So I don't care. Anyway, people, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching the show. We are here again every day to tell you the truth. Because we ain't going to get the truth at any other place but right here.
Well, the truth is, according to your girl, Stacey Abrams, we have reached her 10-point. We are full blown oligarch, authoritarian, full blown. They have reached all 10 of her 10 points. She says, we are in it. And the lady asked her, she interviewed it today, what keeps you going? Why are you still fighting? And she said, my father was only 21 generation from slavery. Her father. And when he saw me become one of the first people at the state of Georgia running for governor, first black woman, that's what keeps me going. And I was listening to her, man, and I'm telling you, when you think about it, and I always said, this is our country. We ain't got no place else to go. And the only people that's keeping this country together, that's fighting, is black people and a few whites. But I think a lot of those people that's on the red states, not in a large portion, but a lot, are realizing that these people, when I say these people, I'm talking about these oligarchs, these billionaires, they are not for them. They are realizing this. They hear these stories about the farmers. They see that their children, is going through some things. They see all of that. This is not a race thing, bro. This is not a race thing. They make like it's a race thing, but it's not a race thing. This is all about these billionaires, wannabe trillionaires, want to run our lives and hang with the poor people or the people that's broke or the people that's barely getting by. They now already said that 60% of the people in this country is living from paycheck to paycheck.
Speaking of Stacey Abrams and what she had to say, Ted, we were talking earlier, Ted and I, about Reverend Warnock, Senator Warnock here from the state of Georgia. And he was on the show with this white gentleman, Brian Cohen. And Brian asked him, he said, Reverend Warnock, you're a spiritual man. He said, I'm a spiritual person too. I'm secular also. But I need to find out, as a spiritual man, as a reverend and stuff, how do you deal with this crap going on here in this country? And he said to him, my Bible says, I cannot give up. If we
Mm.
give up, if we give up and say forget it about it or whatever, they're going to win. Evil always goes too far, he said. No matter what happened, they always go too far. The devil always try to take it too far. And we got to stand up and everything and be okay because eventually he's gonna take it too far and if we standing up, we're gonna win. He said 3 out of the 4 people that he is fighting for this healthcare thing, guess who they are? Republicans in these white areas. I'm fighting for them. And just like you just said, this ain't for Democrats, this ain't for the liberals or whatever. This is for everybody in this daggone country. Because if they lose, we lose. We're all in the same boat together. We're in the same boat. They beat you up, they're gonna get us. We gotta stand up and fight for you. We may not like it. Some of us don't like it, the fact that, hey, but there's nothing we can do. We gotta keep fighting. Here we are, white people, Republicans. We're fighting for you too.
I watched this program this morning on YouTube. They had two former Congress people, who one from Indiana and I forget what the other one is, but the one from Indiana was a Republican and the other one was a Democrat, and they representative. They was in their 70s, both of them on Medicare, and the one that was a Republican stated that he said he couldn't. He said Obamacare didn't work for him. Of course not. He said I'm paying $2,000 a month. You can afford it because you got a retirement, bro, over six figures. Plus, you get a lifetime health care benefits. But the reason why you, Mr. Indiana, former representative, you get the top notch doctors, personal doctors. You chose your own doctors. That's why you paid $2,000 a month. We have, when we on Medicare, they give us a list of people and then they just tell us to choose. So you have to do your own research and check them out, what kind of records they got, blah, 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 and say, okay, I'm going to take this doctor, go check my heart out. I'm going to check this doctor out, check my kidneys, whatever. But you're able to choose your own doctor that's not even on the program
And you got
in
one other
Medicare.
and you got one other point that you have missed. As a federal employee, he is under the Federal Employee Health Care Benefit Program.
Yeah.
And they get a service that no other company or business and stuff in the United States and stuff get. They can take their full health care benefits into retirement. Everybody else, when they retire, do not get those benefits that they were getting when they were working. They're
Hey,
gone.
when I retired, you know what I had to get? Cobra. So that's the way that works. And then Cobra at that time was over $1,200 a month.
Mhm. He
And that
takes
was,
his he takes his benefit program to into retirement. So he has a full health care benefit along with Medicare.
yeah,
That's how he can afford to have the best doctors and stuff in Canada because you got that kind of they call that a Cadillac in health insurance plan.
yeah,
Hospitals, doctors love that because they can build Medicare and then they can build his health care plan. They're gonna
that's right.
pay. That's how his is better. And
That's
he's
why he
dog
didn't take ACA.
absolutely. And he's dogging out everybody else about it because we don't have ACA either. I don't have because my wife is federal health care program. She come out of the federal health care benefit. She took that into her retirement. So we have full health care coverage in retirement along with Medicare. Most people
Well,
don't
you're
have that.
fortunate. The only thing I got is Medicare, bro.
I got full health care benefits, brother. Most of the time I go to the doctor, I don't even pay a copay.
Every time I go to the doctor, I gotta pay a copay. And I go to the doctor at least a couple of times a month. That's $40, $25 here, whatever. I just went to the doctor a couple of days ago. I had to pay copay.
I don't pay that. I got cataract surgery. I walked in there, they did the surgery, said I've been in the hospital, they asked for a dime. Both my eyes. Walked in, walked out the door. They ain't asked me for nothing. Not one quarter. Anyway, that's the benefits and stuff of being a federal healthcare employee. And most of your senators and your House of representative members and stuff, whether they still there or they're retired and stuff and everything, they have the benefits that they can take into retirement.
But Medicare is better than nothing.
Yep, it is
And you
better
know
than nothing.
what? You people pay into Medicare every time you get paid. You pay into Social Security every time you get paid. Don't let them tell you that it's an entitlement.
It is absolutely not. And people, for all you folks down there who are dogging out these immigrants who was in this damn country, as we can say before, they when they get their check, they take the same money out that they take out of my check. They take out Medicare, they take out Social Security. And when these people retire, they can't get a dime of that money back.
Not a
Not
dime.
one quarter. Not one quarter, people. I don't care.
Unless they become American citizens.
I don't care what these daggone Republicans are telling you. They do not get any extra money. They do not get any of your Social Security. They do not get any Medicare. They do not get any Medicaid.
Now they can buy their own insurance. Now let's say if they make
Buy their own
enough
health
money
insurance.
and
They
they
can
can
buy
buy
their
their
own.
own health insurance,
Yes, they can. They can do
and
that.
even though they're undocumented,
They can buy their own health. But they ain't getting none of that stuff that we got. None of it. They don't get any of it unless they were born in this country. So, people, that's our health care. What else is going on out there, Ted? In all this chaos
whoo man, it's so much here. It's just ridiculous. So much. I mean, when I think about what's going on in foreign situation, you got these people all over the world. America is the most powerful country in the world. Even though they know that we have a leadership and administration are knuckleheads, but they still respect America, still respect America because they believe in the American people, that the American people are going to do the right thing. Okay, they know everybody has buyer's remorse putting this knucklehead back in office, but the system that we have is what they believe in: democracy, freedom, the markets that we have, all the kind of markets that we have, the businesses that we have, all of that, and the opportunity to grow. The problem is that we have let this Australian media company for the last 25, 30 years program these elderly people, and now we got our other medium people that's been bought out, and so many of them, and they want to continue this propaganda. And a lot of these people that's working for these mediums for a nice paycheck, 500, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million, 30 million, whatever they're making, all they care about is their salary. They don't care if they tell half truths, flat out lies, or just make up stories. And the thing is that they know that the American people do not spend a lot of time watching the news. They might listen to an hour's worth of news, They might listen to the radio station going to work for 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is. But the bottom line is, if you're listening, a lot of people don't want to listen to liberal radio because it's to them it's not to their liking. They want to listen to conservative stuff. They want to hear personal stories about people and all of that. But to me, that the American people, they're going to have to be woke up. And obviously, Reagan didn't hurt them enough. The first Bush didn't hurt them enough. The second Bush didn't hurt him enough. And the first Trump didn't hurt him enough. Maybe this will do it, Ed.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe this will do it. They're trying to blame the Democrats for shutting down. The Democrats have a legitimate reason why they're doing what they're doing. But they can open up the federal government right now if the Republicans want to do it. They can open it up right now. But I'm saying, at first I said, no, let's go ahead on and just, keep it open. I'm in agreement now. All the stuff that I done read, everything that I done heard, yeah, a lot of people is hurting right now. They just laid off over 4,000 people, Ed, lost their jobs. And I think it was like, I don't know how many, they done laid off a bunch of other CDC people. They already laid off thousands of them already.
Guess what
So
happens? Guess what happened with the CDC, Ted?
what happened?
They hired a bunch of them back. So they made a mistake. This is the second time they did that crap. So these people out, and now they said we got to hire these people back because we made a mistake.
These people don't realize how important some of these dedicated
Yeah, they
federal
are.
employees are.
They don't realize until after they gone, and
They
then they
just
don't
don't
give a fuck.
realize it.
Yeah, it is. They do. We knew, and we don't even work with the federal government how important the CDC is.
But
People all
here's
over
the
the
thing, though,
world,
Ed.
people all over the world look up to the Center for Disease and Control here in Atlanta. They got tentacles all over the world.
Here's the thing, though, Ed. When newly hired people, okay. I mean, I'm just talking about, from the corporate world. I understand that, but in the government world, people start at entry levels, or they make good a little higher than entry level because they got a master's or a PhD, and they sort of kind of, and those people are learning and being mentored by the experienced people so that they can take over when they retire. So what you're doing is you're training these younger people up. When I say younger, they might be 30, 35 years old, but they got another 25 years of work life. And so therefore, these older, experienced federal workers, they know the ropes. They know all the things that they got to do in the research, all the data, everything. And so therefore, they train these other people so that they can take their jobs. And so now you got other people that's replacing these people so that they can do just as good as they did, if not better. But these people come in there and they say, okay, I can have a career in this. I mean, they might be involved in an environment. And environment is a lot of testicles involved in that. And they have to go through different levels. And so therefore they're learning until boom, okay, now I'm ready to be a leader in this field. And that's the problem right now. You can't just sit there and fire these underlings who are now maybe only have 2 years or 3 years experience, and they're constantly getting educated, going back, getting their PhD or their master's so that they can be more involved into the research and everything they have to do. And then you turn around and you take these people out of that career It's something they want to do all their whole life, and their life is shattered. Who wants to go back to that, Ed? Who wants to do that? They say, I want to do something good for our country, or I want to do good for the environment. I want to do good for our people, to save our people. And they say, oh, sorry, you got to go. You laid off. You ain't got no more job. That's what's going on right now. We got people who wants to work for the government when you're going to kick them out in 2 years or 3 years. After you done got and spent all this money to get your master's degree or even your PhD. Because a PhD is just a starting point, bro. Now you actually in the real world, and now you're doing all this research in the government, and you learning more and more and more.
But Ted, he got rid of all the research folks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He done got rid of.
This is what's
He got
going
rid
on.
of. So now,
Yeah,
now that he has gotten rid of all the research people, all these smart folks and stuff and everything, but he wants the jobs to come back to the United States. That's a damn good idea. But if you didn't get rid of your people who going to help you to build these jobs back here, because we ain't talking about no regular factories anymore. We talking about robotics, all that stuff that need to be brought back here. That's the thing that's going on right now. Artificial intelligence. We need to have chip manufacturers. That's what's going on out there in the big world. But he done got rid of all the people and stuff and everything. He got rid of all the money that you need to build these jobs here. Look
you
at
know
the
what
daggone.
Pentagon
Look
said?
at look at the raw materials and stuff. We got the raw materials, like you just said yesterday. We got the raw materials here, but he done got rid of the engineers and shit and took all their people away and thought about this daggone country who can help us to develop our raw materials.
Pentagon right now got a memo out right now. They have $1 billion to give to somebody where they can get rare earth material. They looking for somebody who's got rare earth, and they got $1 billion. Well, who all got the rare earth right now that's available? Huh?
Canada
Who
has
got
it.
the rare earth?
Canada has it. Ukraine has the raw materials, and China has the raw materials. The only thing different between all of them is that China has the all the technology and everything to be able to manufacture these raw materials. Canada doesn't have all the technology to manufacture raw material because when they pull the raw materials out of the ground, what do they do with the raw materials? They ship it to China and they manufacture it over there in China and then they bring it back to the Canada or wherever they want to ship it to. Because those people over there, they got the engineers to do that and they know it. What are we going to do, Ted? I don't know. I have no idea. When is these folks going to wake up? You can't
Well,
put
we are
dumb
in.
people in charge.
What I'm saying is that you know we are in a stupidity era. Trump called it a golden era. A golden era. We're in the stupidity era to tear down America, to not progress. Now, you say what we're going to do. The question is, what are the other people, the people that, now, Stacey Abrams said, somebody asked her, well, where are the leaders? She said, well, we're lacking not leaders, but leadership. The leadership or the leaders that's out there right now, there are a bunch of leaders out there, but we need leadership. And what does that mean? To me, what it means, now I might be wrong on this, I'm not as deep as her, but to me, leadership is each individual that has knowledge and a desire for certain sectors of the economy that keeps this country going. They got to step up. They got to step up. Each one of these people That's, they might be specialists in this and specialists in that, or they might have some extreme knowledge of this. And these people got to step up and grab all of these people and come together and figure out something. How can we grow this, keep this country together? Because right now, this man ain't doing nothing but destroying this country. That's all he's doing. So want to be 79 years old, want to be authoritarian. 79 years old. And okay, you the boss right now, and you whatever you say, everything goes, and you can forget about the Constitution, and ain't nobody trying to press no charges against you or nothing like that, and you just doing whatever you want to do. But 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you won't be here.
You might not be here the next tomorrow or the next month.
I'm just I'm trying to be nice. Okay, so what I'm saying, all I'm saying is that you got this dumbass JD Vance who don't know shit, think he's smarter than a whip, but he ain't. And all he doing is doing what Peter Thiel telling him what to do, or a couple of other people. But the bottom line is, we as leadership has to step up. And I'm sure, and we are not in the know. We don't know. I mean, maybe you might know more than I know. You in the all kind of little different things. I ain't gonna say what you're into, but I'm just saying you into a lot of the stuff that you might know that I don't know. But what I'm saying is, I'm just going by what I know. Is that I know that there are people that's out there that's undercover. They're working together. They're doing things, and they set things up, and they're ready to step up. The question is, you got to get the house back. Right now, that's the number one thing that you got to do. Some kind of way. He gonna cheat. He gonna try to intimidate. He gonna try to do everything he can in order. And once you get the house back, then therefore you can stop all his BS, a lot of his BS, and you can check him. Right now, you can't check him because you ain't got no power. But if you get that house back, and see, I call myself apolitical, but am I right, Ed, or what? Am I right?
Well, they got some power right now, Ted. It's not as much as they would like to have, but they do have some power now. As we can see, they have power because this shutdown happened. So you got some power. How long that power is going to last, I don't know. But I'm
We
pretty
got to get
sure
the
that
house back, and that's a long time from now. We
yeah.
got over
Well,
a
the only
year.
thing that's holding this thing and stuff now is the Senate. If the Senate, if you got those few Democrats decide to go with the Republicans to pass this daggone bill or whatever and everything, then we done lost all the power we got. So that's the only power that we got and stuff right now. And if we lose that, you're right. We're looking at next year, at least almost exactly a year from now. One more year of him. I don't know if we can be able to stand it. One more year of him? Oh no.
Well, here's the thing, though. There is this is I won't even call it a religious war. This is a spiritual war. And to me, when I say spiritual war, I'm talking about there are people that's out there that's preaching uh, this government is a righteous government right now. That they are what God wants. That's what they're preaching right now. That we have the people, the God's people that's running this country right now, that is God ordained. That's what they're saying is they are doing the right things for this country. That's what they're saying is because we got a few people that want to be trans. We got a lot of gay people, but we've been having a lot of gay people in this country for decades. I would say centuries. And we got a few, Rudy Poots that are, you know, criminals. So they have exalted them as though they are the problem and we can't handle them or we can't deal with them. This is a free country. If you want to be transgender, that's your business. That's the way I feel about it. I might be wrong. If you want to be transgender, that's your prerogative. This is a free country. You want to cut your penis off? That's your business. I ain't cutting mine off. I'm just saying. But if you want to be a woman, that's your business. I mean, okay. But I mean, I can't say, it ain't gonna make you a woman. You might be maybe a woman because of your testosterone. You might have a low count, and I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. But what I'm saying is, if you want to be gay, that's your business. That's your business. That ain't got nothing to do with this country. This is a free country. Now, in the spiritual and the religious world, in the biblical sense, that's a whole different ball game.
Yep.
That's altogether different. But we are in a secular world. That's where it's supposed to be, country. We don't live in a theology or a theology world in this country. This freedom of religion. We got hundreds, if not thousands, of religions in this country, and they're supposed to be free to do however they want to do, as long as they're not hurting children and they're not abusing people. But the point is that this is supposed to be a free country. And if you're an adult, then you can worship the ground if you want to. You can worship the sun if you want to. That's your business. You can worship that tree if you want to. Don't make it right or wrong. That's your business. But there's no dominant religion that run this country saying that we are a Christian nation. No, we're not a Christian nation. We might have principles, Christian principles, or Judeo-Christian principles based on our laws. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not commit adultery. You commit adultery, then that woman or that man have a right to divorce you. Thou shalt not bear false witness against your neighbor, meaning that you shouldn't embezzle or anything like that. Those are Judeo-Christian laws. And our law is based on a lot of that. But now you got this knucklehead that broke every law in the world, almost. And then they're talking about he's a man of God. Well, maybe he might be. I don't know. I ain't judging him. But all I'm saying is what he's doing is not right. Now, a lot of things, I kind of wanted. I ain't going there. But I'm just saying, in Chicago, in certain neighborhoods, it's a mess. But I'm just saying that I just don't understand the American people, as far as allowing and really not protesting that you ain't got no business having these military people and these people from ICE doing what they're doing. That's my personal opinion. Because, if a person is undocumented, these people have been undocumented for years. And I don't agree, personally, I don't agree with what the Democrats have done. I understand their situation and people are on assignment, asylum. But the point is, Ed, these people been here for 20, 30 years. A lot of these people. And they allowed them to live. They didn't live and navigated themselves whatever way they can to survive in this country. So therefore, they might as well be citizens and pay taxes. Y'all allowed, not us. We didn't. I didn't. Y'all allowed these people to be here all those years to be undocumented, and now you want to kick them out. They done bought houses and cars and everything else, working every day. Some of them two
Raise
jobs,
raise their families.
raising kids, and they got kids that been born here, and they done went on to college, and some of them law degrees and everything else. And now you want to kick them out. This don't make no sense. There's got to be a civil way to deal with this, and nobody wants to. They don't want to deal with it because you allowed these people to come here, to walk through the window, to walk through the door, to come through the border, to get asylum. Maybe you was getting this country was guilty. When I say country, I'm talking about these administrative people was guilty because they had all this mess that was going on in some of these Latino countries and everything. They destroyed their country, took their oil, did this, did that, started taking, trying to get their own leaders so that they can get what they want out of their country. I don't know. And they felt guilty about it. Destroyed their land. A lot of those people were surviving 50 years ago, those countries, 50, 60 years ago, before Ronald, they was just surviving very well by themselves. Now all of a sudden they can't even stay in their own country. Somebody destroying it, and I think we had a big hand in it, and other countries too, because that's what these people do. They go into other people's countries and destroy their country and try to take their resources or try to take their whatever they got to control them and use them. They might throw a business into their country, and they get all kind of benefits and everything. As soon as they didn't got what they want, then they pack up and leave, go somewhere else. It's a lot of stuff, man. There's a lot of stuff we don't even know that they've done. This country has done to some of these countries. I mean, I used to read about it a lot of times, and it would just be crazy of what the things that they've done. So that these corporations can make money. And now who runs the country? Corporations.
Well, before we get ready to get out of here, Ted, I need to say one thing. October 18th, people, King Day. Now they've been planning this thing for about a month now. Now all of a sudden, you're seeing these Republicans coming on Fox News, any other program out there, and they're telling the public that this King Day thing is illegal. These folks out here who are coming to these things are terrorists. They are Antifa folks. They are a criminal element. They are a criminal element, and they're asking that the military and the National Guard and stuff and everything be brought up to get rid of these folks and stuff and everything because they are illegally going out there and protesting and everything. They have business out there doing. Well, all of you folks who are planning on going out there, be careful. This is a peaceful protest, people. They're not. Hopefully, y'all not going out there doing any arguments, doing anything to anything nefarious. You're going out there to protest the King Day. You do not want a king to run this country again. We want to be a democracy, not a monarch. So that's what we're going out there for. Don't be afraid to go out there. Tell your friends, go out there. We want to get as many people out there as we can to protest what the heck going on in this country. So people will in this country will know that they're doing something for our folks here. We want our democracy back. That's simple. We want our democracy back. That's simple. And we're going to have to go out there and tell these folks who are sitting down there and telling the folks and stuff who will listen that we are some kind of a terrorist group or anything. We're not. We're out there doing a peaceful protest. Hopefully, we'll see most of you guys and stuff out there on October 18th. But that's next Saturday? Yeah, next Saturday.
Is it next Saturday?
18th. Yep.
Okay, so my thing is take good pictures and videos, show it all over the internet, because you know our ABC, NBC, CBS, they'll show 30 seconds of you, and that's it.
Or they're gonna find somebody who's out there fighting, or they want to find people out there who are or who are doing all kind of crazy stuff against the police or
Well, you
whatever.
know, they might hire some
Yeah,
people to start some ruckus.
absolutely.
You know, that's
And you
what the
don't
other
want
side do.
and
They'll hire some people like they in the group and everything, and then they'll start something, you know. But anybody try to start something, if you can, stop them.
stop them from doing it. But we not. That's not what
If you
we out
can,
there for. Not what we out there for, people. Okay.
it's a demonstration of unity. As far as we do not want a dictator,
Absolutely. We don't want a dictator. We want
we
our
don't want no
democracy back.
king.
That's it. We want our democracy back. That's all we're protesting. So anyway, final word, Ted.
Oh, that's it. I mean, the point is that if you get a drone, if people got drones and you can get away with it, or if you can get permission to fly a drone and show all the millions and millions of people all over the country, do it. You know, as long as you get permission to do it and it's not illegal or you don't get in trouble about it, do it. And show all those people. If you get an opportunity to interview the people out there that's interviewing the people, asking people why they marching, do it. Interview people. Let the people know. Because, you know, it's only going to be 10 million people, maybe. It might be a little bit more than that. But the
No,
point is, it might be a little more than that. But the point
it's gonna be more than
is
that.
that get the word out that these people don't realize what's going on. There are people right now don't even listen to the news. They don't even pay attention
It's going
because
to
it's
be
too
more.
depressing.
It's going to be more than 10 million people, folks. We're going to have a whole lot of people out there. They're going to be in Washington D.C. They're going to be here in Atlanta. They're going to be almost every major city in this country, and the people are going to be out there. Like we just saying, make it peaceful. We don't need no fighting. We don't need no whole lot of stuff going on and everything. We want this stuff to be peaceful as it can be. Like Ted saying, you see anybody out there who's trying to start some stuff, stop them. Say, hold it, we don't need this. Everybody want to be peaceful. That's it. That's all I got
Don't
to
be
say.
harassing the police and don't be harassing
Don't don't be
they put
harassing the
military out there.
National
Don't harass
Guard.
them.
Don't be harassing the National Guard. Just hey, if they out there, fine, leave them alone. You guys want to be peaceful. That's it. I'm telling you, a peaceful march can speak a heck of a lot louder than violence. It speaks volumes, people. You just don't know. Just to see people out there peacefully, millions of people out there peacefully doing something and everything, that is a beautiful sight. I mean, absolutely beautiful sight. Beautiful. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.